And I'm back with another one. Y'all already know what's going on. It's your boy Daz, and this my journal. If you new here, like, comment, and subscribe. If you've been rocking with me for a while, I appreciate you. Keep tuning in, cause I'm gonna keep giving you game on a daily basis that I've been learning. With that being said, we on day 6 of the 30-day semen retention challenge. Day 6. And what I want to talk about today is be aware. Be aware of everything. And the first thing I want you to be aware of is be aware of your triggers and the things that put you in bad emotions. Like, going to the bathroom and looking at corn and releasing is going to make you feel ashamed of yourself. So why do it? And I'm not saying that in the sense of like, oh, it's just easy to stop fapping. Because it's not an easy thing to do. But if you start to singulate your emotions or singulate why you feel certain ways, you will start to analyze it and have a better reason or a better understanding of why you should not do it. If every time you go into the bathroom and then you releasing, or every time that you watch corn, you releasing and then you feel ashamed, like, damn, I messed up my streak, I feel ashamed. How are you gonna feel better about yourself? How can you like generate the emotions to feel better about yourself? Or if you know that you chasing the wrong things and you feeling sad about it. You got things that make you feel sad, people that make you feel less of yourself. You got to get away from all of that. But first, in order to get away from it, you have to be able to be aware of what is triggering you so you can remove it. Because a lot of times in life, we're not even aware of what's making us feel the way we feel. We're not even aware of that. You ever like been in this mood before where you just upset, you just sad or mad, or you feel ashamed and you just don't know why. You don't know why. That's because subconsciously you live in that state. I've realized the more I've been more on my discipline and just been doing what I had to do and focused on myself, I realized that I keep a certain energy. Like I always keep like a neutral energy. I'm not too high, I'm not too low. Of course, it's times where I feel great about things. And of course, it's times where things try to make me feel down. But now, instead of feeding into them negative emotions or like when I feel good, I realize, okay, that made me feel good. But I still keep it neutral because you don't want to get too happy, because anything that can make you too happy feel down. But at the same time, you still want to be aware. So you know if anything that if I'm feeling down, I can do this or I can do that to make me feel better about myself. Or aware that, all right, if I go here, all right, I spoke to this girl today. She rejected me. Why am I upset that she rejected me? Because us as men, we should be not normalized to rejection. Matter of fact, yes, we should know how to be rejected. Yes, know how to be, as a man, you should know how to be rejected and accept that and move right on. But some men, they look at it and be like, wow, she look at me, she think I'm the worst. No, it's the emotion putting you in that. Now you sitting back, you like, damn. And that's a trigger. So I say all that to say this. Find out what make you feel certain emotions. Find out what make you feel bad. Find out what make you feel, not even find out. Be aware of whenever you get into a zone and you start to feel upset. You're like, why am I upset? Like, you ever been mad before and ask yourself, like, why am I mad right now? Like, why am I mad? And then you don't have a real reason. Sometimes your body just want to be in that zone, or you'll find out like, oh shit, this happened and I've been just holding on to the anger and acting like I don't really care, but I've been suppressing it. You know what I'm saying? And it could be like that with depression too, or it could be like that with any emotion. So that's what you gotta learn how to be aware of the emotion, so you could. I wouldn't say like some problems are not solvable. You gotta just leave some problems alone, or solve some problems, or just get a better understanding of problems. Get a better understanding of the problems, because I realize when you going through shit sometimes, a lot of times if we had a better understanding of what we going through, we would know how to deal with it better. But a lot of times we would let our emotions take over and be like, oh no, I gotta, when all you gotta do is take a step back and just look at it from a different perspective, or look at it from a perspective of you trying to gain understanding of the situation. And that right there will help you be more aware of just your triggers, of what make you, like, you get what I'm saying? Like, what make you feel certain ways, like what make you feel certain emotions, or what make you feel depressed, down, sad, whatever the emotion may be. Or even the good ones too, what make you feel good. Know what I mean? So with that being said, the second thing I want to talk about is be aware of the little habits you have. Pay attention to what you do subconsciously. And if it's something that you are looking to change it. Let me say that one more time in a way. Be aware of the little habits you have. Pay attention to what you do subconsciously. And if it's something that you are looking to change it. The first example I could give with that is like, I wanted to change that. I used to be like, I'm always late. But I wanted to change that. Like, why am I always late to shit? Let me start being early to shit. So I changed that. I wanted to change my posture in how I stand, because a lot of times, a lot of men stand like leaning over a little bit. Like, it's like this hunch, and no, ever since I started working out and I feel good and I stand straight up, but I catch myself standing over a little bit too, and it was like something I'm used to. But I little habits like that, just standing up straight. Little habits. You ever caught yourself saying, all right, I got some dishes in the sink, I'm gonna wash them tomorrow? Nah. Change that. Learn the power of now. And I'm talking to myself on that one too, because sometimes I have some dishes in my sink and I'm like, I'm gonna do it tomorrow. When I could just do it right now. Change that. Be aware. You see, I'm being aware of my situation. Be aware of the little habits that you have that you can change so you can change for the better. Little situations like where if you know you're supposed to speak up, or I don't even want to say that, because that's like a whole character change. But little things like what all right, little things like you on your phone all day. You on your phone 8 hours a day. 8 hours a day. Cut that down. Be aware, like, damn, I've been on my phone for like an hour now. Let me get off my phone. Let me go do something. Let me go read a book. Let me go watch something that's inspirational. Let me go do something else. Let me do something that can make me grow a little bit. Or let me change that habit. Because that habit ain't, I've been doing it for the last 10 years and it don't make me no better. Sitting there scrolling all day, paying attention to your phone, paying attention to what everybody else thinking. It's like, if you want to do that and continue doing that and living the life that you living, go ahead. But if you here, you watching this for a reason. You watching this because you obviously on semen retention. And two, I'm giving you game that I'm learning. So you obviously picked up on something. So I say that to say this: be aware of the little habits, because it's ever since I started boxing, I realized It's the little things that make up a whole. It's little bits that make up a whole. Cause you can't box if you don't know how to step. If you don't know how to throw a punch, you can't box. If you don't know the basics, you can't box. So if you don't know the basics of the little habits that you do that sabotage you as a whole, how are you gonna grow as a person? Get what I'm saying? So that's the second one right there. And then the third one is be aware of how you talk and feel about yourself. You ever randomly felt bad or down out of nowhere? You just feel like sad. And I said that earlier. You ever felt just like oh, I don't know why I feel like this. Obviously, one is because it's a trigger, and two, because a lot of times we don't even know that we have the power to command our emotions. We have the power to change our emotions. If you sad, and if it's not like, if you sad about like a loved one being deceased or something like that, I understand. But if you just randomly sad, you can change that and be like, what am I sad for? I feel good. I feel good. You ever wake up mad? Like, yo, I'm just mad. I just want to go outside. Because sometimes I ain't gonna lie, I be in my zone too. Where I wake up, I'm like, oh. Then I go outside. Then I realize I have to sit myself down and be like, yo, you bugging right now. What are you upset for? Who got you mad? What are you mad for? You get what I'm saying? And then I'll find out it's a trigger. It's either usually me or it's something that, bother me or whatever the situation may be. And then I change that into, I feel good. I'm chilling right now. I ain't got no attitude, none of that. Learn how to be aware of how you talk and how you feel. And the talk part of it is, you ever caught yourself sometimes doing something, you like, oh, I'm so dumb. Stop doing that. Stop doing that. Even if you joking, do not talk bad about yourself. Do not talk bad about yourself and other people. I feel like people don't even know, like talking bad about other people just show, it's really a reflection of who you are. And people don't get that until they get to a certain level and just thinking. When you start like judging people, I realized anything that I judged, it was because I wouldn't say fear or envied, but a shade of something in that was probably something that I wanted. Anything that I judged. Or it was not that I wanted. I wouldn't say wanted. Judging just shows it's a reflection of you. If you know, you know. I'm not going to explain it in words. Judging, when you judge people, it shows a big reflection of you. That's all I'm going to say. So watch how you talk about yourself and other people. Don't talk bad about nobody. Don't talk bad about yourself. Don't joke bad about yourself. Don't allow when you hear yourself, when you sitting there by yourself and you chilling, for yourself to talk bad about yourself. Anytime you get a bad thought about yourself, nah, I'm not that. I'm great. I don't know what you talking about. I'm the best thing alive. Feel good about yourself. Yes, feel good about yourself. Talk good about yourself. Because you are all you, like, you, in reality, you are all that really matter. In your reality. But that's a whole, I'm going to start going deeper. I'm going to start, like, taking you out of here. I'm going to start taking you out of here, like, how I think for real. Or just, like, how I see, like, what I learned on a deeper level. But right now, I'm just talking to y'all. We don't see retention, so I'm just giving it to y'all on a basic level. So, and if you know, you know. But don't allow yourself to talk bad about yourself or to feel like, oh, it's not gonna work. It's always gonna work out. Don't shit always work out? Think about it. Like, if you really, really think about it, all the tough times in your life, didn't it always work out? You might have found the way or tried to find the way. I had to go find a way, but didn't it work out? So stop talking to yourself bad. Stop talking down to yourself. I'm even if you was like a teenager, like, oh, I'm not that handsome. When you got your first girl, when you got your first badge on, when you got your badge on, you like, oh nah, I look good. That's how you gotta feel about yourself all the time. And I realized that, like, I always felt like that about myself. It's just that when you start listening to people's opinions about you, it could really change how you see yourself. That's why that quote by Kanye is so big. If you hang around people that act like you aren't who you are, you will forget who you are. So with all that being said, don't talk bad about yourself and watch how you feel about, be aware of how you feel about yourself. And change it. Feel good about yourself. Talk good about yourself. Talk good about people. If you got nothing good to say about somebody, don't say nothing at all. Word. And with all that being said, I'm just giving y'all some game on how to be aware of the little things so you can change them, or you can adjust, or you can learn from, so you can grow and you can and adjust it to be better for next time, or just learn how to avoid whatever emotion or whatever trigger for the next time. And with all that being said, it's your boy Daz. I'm out of here. Peace.